Hello, everyone. Welcome to Doodle and Chill.
Raise your brushes, time for the skill. Get hyped up, it's Doodle and Chill. Carve your heroes in bright, bold lines. Sketch those dreams, let creativity shine. From panels and pages to the screen, our fandom love filling every scene. We'll gather round, it's time to draw. Heroes rise and villains fall. Fan art nights, we got it all. Power ups that make us tall. Anime, stay comics flying high. Movies, games, reach for the sky. All sparks igniting, pencils in hand. Let's conquer worlds, our imagination's grand. Doodle and Chill, our passion won't die. Captured in colors, let our spirits fly. Every frame a story to be told. We bring to life the brave and the bold. From dusk till dawn, we're in the zone. Creating magic, making it our own. Pencil scratch, ideas flow. In this epic world, our passion shows. Unleash the power hidden in your soul.
Let's get dangerous.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Doodle and Chill about Darkwing Duck. Okay, my screen is all black. And how's my audio?
Good.
Good. Sorry, we were having a little issue with my audio that needed to be fixed.
He kept sounding like the teachers from Peanuts.
There you go. Here's the Sim logo. Here's a little something I can show. I'm coloring right now. I'm working on the two last pages, but not of the book. Last pages I have to color of Hellzone. And these are two pages I added. Like, if you read the sample on the thing, they're going to be added in there. They were just not drawn yet. So this is going to be where you see the parents of Hannah. You have a little backstory of her. As you can see, she's a bit of a tomboyish.
Nice.
She has her mother's eyes and her dad's hair. This is what I've been working on, coloring that page, and then there's one last one after that one. But those
Nice.
two pages I can allow to work on them on live streams and stuff because, it's not really spoilery. So yeah, I'm going to save this. And it's time to do something else. And as you can see, Beacon already started. And by the way, here's the Beacon intro. In case you needed a reminder. And in case you don't know, Hellzone is now live on Kickstarter. So it's been a week now. We had 7 backers right now. We're like 49%. And since we're in demand on Indiegogo, I updated the stretch goal because I added something. So if we reach a certain amount, I think it was 10K Canadian, so 7,000 USD or something. Well, everybody that backs like a duo tier are going to get it's something that I thought of after the campaign when I was working on the Kickstarter. So that's why I kind of updated it. I just thought it would be cool to make a little keychain of the Hell gun.
Nice. Yeah.
So I can sculpt and 3D print that thing. And that's something that I was thinking that we could do for all our campaigns, Beacon.
Yeah.
Like I can do you do them not too big, like a mini Hell gun keychain. So all you have to do is put the rope in or something, that little rope, and put it on your keychain.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, not including the chain or the paint, but the 3D model will be would be like made and printed. I don't know why I didn't think about it when in the beginning. I just think it was a great idea, and I just did it on Kickstarter, and I want to update it on Indiegogo as well.
So Lion said I can hide a whole hand in my beard, and he's about right. Oh,
I'm back. Something happened. I got kicked out.
yeah.
So yeah, I was clicking on the chat there to go see what Mister was saying, and it kicked me out. So
For a second, I thought it was Rumble Studio doing its common thing of shutting off all my sound.
no, but for some reason I can't see Soul's comment.
Huh.
No live chat yet. So try to put something else, please, Soul. It would be greatly appreciated, so I can try and figure this out. YouTube. I just haven't opened. Like I was showing a half page of Hellzone before. Just haven't
Yeah.
opened a new thing. So new. Let's reduce that to. I only need like 600 DPI on this. Let's do a 400 DPI. Okay. There you go. Now they're showing up. You can draw one of the characters and give it a Darkwing duck head, like last week. Okay, so let me go see if I can catch up on Google on YouTube. So let's get dangerous. Yes, Christopher Bouchard. Hello there. Hey, Christopher Bouchard, how's it going, buddy? Nice to see you in there. Christopher Bouchard, Solian saying hi. Hey, Sim, all black, huh? Getting some DEI in the show. Nice. Okay, it's not showing here. What the hell's going on? Oh, there's a delay, I guess. Beacon, you can hide a whole hand in that beard.
There it is.
Hellzone, okay. Beacon, draw one of the characters and give it Darkwing a head. Maybe you just need new glasses, old man. No, it's there's something buggy right now. Like before, it was my audio that was messing up. Then when I click on live chat, there was nothing, and then I got kicked out. I came back in, there was nothing. Now in the app, I can see Beacon draw one of the characters and give it the Darkwing Duck head last week, and then maybe you just new glasses. Oh man, I can't deny it. I'm getting old. I cannot deny that one. Can I put my camera in here? Okay, for some reason my camera doesn't want to work. Let's see if I do this. There you go. Let's fix this. It's not letting me move the fucking camera. There you go. Well, hello. Okay. I really like this app because it's free, and the worst thing shoves you need to pay $10 a month like YouTube to be able to like pre-program your shows like more than 2 days ahead or something like that. But there's a few bugs, but it's free because YouTube is now, instead of being 29 something per month, it's 49 something. Restream is doing the same thing. It's getting I was on your Discord today and saw the song you had on your head last week in the music lovers section. Posted something fun too. A guy made 14 minutes of memes with Kina song. Yeah, dude, it's the song I find catchy, not the video per se. It's just that freaking trumpet sound there. It was stuck in my head. I'll check it out after, buddy. So time for me to start because Mister There is getting a head start.
Hey, I started once the stream started. Can't
Yeah,
play my
you're still getting a head start while I'm solving shit. I'm not saying you're cheating now,
Yeah, yeah.
you fucking cheater. But I tried to send a message to Alex this morning. She did not answer, so I'm guessing because she's at her mom's, she's not here, so I can't really wake her up. So unless she decides to join us and wake up and join us. So yeah, let's do some Darkwing Duck. Oh, and let me go get some maybe two campaigns to highlight. I'll do that after.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna, you know, do a little something before Beacon just, claims he just beat the fuck out of me. Oh, boom, 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 boom. Trying to just do a rough little doodle here. Get my idea down. I'm going with a bit of a classic pose there, a bit Batmanish type of thing. But Darkwing Duck is still to this day my favorite Disney character and those TV shows thing. I also like what was the name of it? Gizmo Duck that joined in there from the Scrooge.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Gizmo Duck?
Is that the one that looks like a duck version of RoboCop?
Yeah, with one wheel.
Yep.
There you go. Here's the rough. Now let's develop it. And screw you, Beacon. Beacon not only has a head start on the beard grown today, but it's not a race. Darkwing Duck is something my younger sister and I watched back in the days too. So this feels very nostalgic. Oh, dude, yeah, that's it. It's when I was picking it up. Like I was like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I'm like, we did a few like anime lately. I'm like, let's go with one of my favorite freaking cartoons ever. And there's a few others that I want to do, and I thought that would have been totally up Alex's alley. I thought she would have been great because to draw this. But like I said, she did not wake up. She said her mom's on. Seems like she's not waking up. She's like a cat. She sleeps more than anything else. Been trying to get her back on track. Trying to make her understand also that sometimes oversleeping is bad, if not worse, as bad, if not worse, than fucking not sleeping enough. Like we also have another friend that's like that. Like she sleeps like almost like dude, 16 hours in her day.
Sheesh.
The only thing about Darkwing Duck though is I was not able to check out the new series. I did not like the art style that they gave it. And one thing that I am a bit upset about is he was supposed to be getting the back in the days, like he was supposed to be getting the Roger Rabbit treatment. We were supposed to get a live action with him. which would have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
So looking forward to what you'll be cooking. Love this show. And will these be posted later on X? Yes. Oh, I forgot to post. Yeah, sometimes I do forget.
Yeah.
I need to post the two last ones. I think.
Yep. I forgot to post my last one.
Thanks for the reminder, Christopher. Yeah, we'll post them on X.
Yeah.
I usually do. I forgot the last two ones. I've been very concentrating and you know with my book, Hellzone, finishing it off. Like I said, I'm almost done coloring it. After that, it's going on over the dialogues. I'm gonna send it to Beacon for a little proofread. Maybe somebody else, and then it's bye bye. Going to print next month. Kind of wish I would have made a little extra money so I can print a bit more, and But hey, right now I'm trying to get a better shipping deal too for small business. Because I used to a while back when I did the Nadverse 2 thing, I had negotiated myself a nice little deal with something called Purelator here, but because I was delayed and it took like more than a year, I lost that deal. So right now I'm trying to get it back, which would give us a nice little competitive edge,
Yeah.
me and Beacon, at least for our campaigns. Because nice discounts on bulk shipment, international and stuff. So yeah, that could be a really little. That was a game changer thing, and if I can get it back, that would be cool. Especially that Beacon soon is probably gonna have another a book going on crowdfunding, and probably next year, I think, or at the end of this year.
Hoping to. Just with, just gotta get that money flowing in. So
Yep.
I want to have most of the art done before I start crowdfunding.
And like I did with this.
Yep.
Yep. But I have to admit, it's a bit of a stress when you see, like I was saying, you expect to be making a certain amount, but I know that there's a lot of people that don't have that much money, and now there's the problems with people getting upset about certain things on Indiegogo. I've heard about, like, I didn't even know about it, but I just found out.
What is it?
Well, there was like, I didn't check into it too much, but there was Cam in America that was having trouble getting their money.
Hmm.
And I don't know if you remember with the Blood Hunt with me a while back.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that.
Blood Hunt, but the thing was, like, when I opened the campaign and stuff like that, they said that, they were doing the conversion. There was no freaking problem. They accepted my Canadian account. They were going to, do the conversion for the American to Canadian. I'm like, okay, fine. It was not supposed to be a problem, but then they changed service provider, I think. That's how they
Hmm.
explained it to me. They went from one to another called Stripe or something.
Yeah.
And, that was the thing. So I had to create myself a US money account here.
Hmm.
Which means a bit of extra fees, but
Yeah.
that's why this time I made it with Canadian money. And I might be getting a better deal also on printing. So,
Nice.
yeah. It's fun when you have those small, like more like local type of businesses, and they kind of appreciate loyalty.
Yeah,
And right now, I can't wait to be done with with Hellzone. Put it out there and go back to my own shit,
yeah,
like Nadverse, because people that in case that you don't know, Hellzone is like a baby between me and Aaron. We started putting together. We brainstormed this shit, but then after that, it was left to me,
yeah,
and I kind of wanted it out because I thought we did an interesting little thing. Okay, I did most of the work, but he's the one that got the ball starting on this, and I just thought all this work, let it go down the drain. Nah.
yeah,
Where am I
yeah.
going
Project
now?
sort of sat in the shelf for a while.
Oh, dude, it was like on there for like a year for a while. Like we first started working on it, then it got shelved for like a year. Then he comes back, and I start working on it again. I spent like 2 months like working intensely on it, like at least a month or two. I drew 40 something pages.
Yeah,
That was like a month and a half or something. Then it got pseudo shelved again. I'm like, God damn. Something's wrong here. What am I doing wrong? Let me check a ref. Okay, I think I know what it is. I think I made the beat too short. There you go. That's already a bit better.
yeah.
I got. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I recently got back into watching the anime Bleach. I haven't watched it in years.
Okay.
I gave up on it after the. There's this character named Aizen in it who um, he outdid Frieza in the "this isn't even my final form" thing. You know,
Okay.
and that's around the point when I gave up on it. But I was like, you know what? I'll give it a second chance. It's been a few years. Time to give it another chance. So watching through it right now, about to get to the point where he goes through 30 different forms, and hopefully it's pretty good. So far, it's about as well as I enjoyed it back then. But I'm halfway through an arc that was like a filler thing. Not too bad. It's just like it's one of those arcs that you just got to sit through.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like it's kind of sad that they had one of the best opening songs and best ending songs during that arc because I feel like they kind of wasted it on that.
Mm. I know
Like,
Nat started watching it too, and he really did not like it.
really?
Yeah. Yeah. It was like my first thing was like I watched the movie, the anime movie.
Yeah. Well, which one?
Uh, huh?
Which one? Which movie? Because there's
I
there's
think I think
several.
I think it was the first one. Like honestly, like it was back in the day. So I only remember there was one movie,
Yeah.
and I enjoyed it. So I'm like, I'm gonna try and watch this series,
Yeah.
and I did not get into it. Because Bleach is a mixed bag. It's really good when it's really good, but there is also a lot of fillers and goofy stuff. That's the thing. That was my problem.
Yeah.
It felt like a lot of it was fillers and goofy stuff. The premise I really liked though. That's why I
Yeah.
think I like the animated movie. And like I've said before, like I'm an anime fan, but mostly movies. Like I like
Yeah.
anime movies more than I like series.
See, the setting of Bleach kind of back when Seven Legions was a supernatural fiction, a supernatural historical fiction, like early in development.
Mm-hmm.
It was really inspired by the Bleach, Soul Society thing. Like the reason there was they were the seven seraphim, and they were kind of like the captains, and they'd have like sort of lieutenant characters that were around them. But it's changed a lot since then. But there's still a little bit of that influence. Like they're like in the Soul Society, they got like the little tower that's like their headquarters, or like the little plateau that's their headquarters with all the big buildings and all
Mm-hmm.
that. That's kind of where I got the idea for the uh, like with the temple in Seven Legions that you see in issue 1.
Hmm.
And Soul says Ichigo in his final form when he sweeps up Aizen as the guy is trying to monologue is the highlight of the whole series. Yeah, I mean, like when I was going through it, that was still just in the manga, and once at that point, I was like, how many final forms is this guy gonna have? I'm tired of this shit. Just let it end. And like, I was like, you know what? After this fight's over, because I just need to see this guy get his ass kicked. I'm done with the series. And then it gets to the end. It's like, well, he's not really dead. They're like, nope, nope, nope. He's dead. I'm just that's headcanon.
For
That,
me, he's dead.
he's dead. Nope.
I can't wait for a new season of Chainsaw Man, Dan the Dan,
Yeah.
Kaiju number 8.
Oh yeah,
I freaking love Kaiju.
those are so good.
Yo.
Yeah. And season 3 of Solo Leveling, I'm looking forward to that.
I still need to watch the third season of fucking Invincible. I haven't watched it.
Okay.
I was waiting for you to maybe hang out and watch the second season again because you haven't watched the second season. You're right.
I don't think so. All right, there's the line art on my Deadwing Duck, the Darkwing Duck. Deadwing Duck is a YouTuber
Oh yeah.
who I got to know through Gamergate. Not a very well known one, but he was pretty funny. That's not sure why I said Deadwing Duck when it was Darkwing Duck, but okay.
I don't know why you want him dead. What did he do to you?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Are you a
He's-
Are you a more of a Negaduck fan?
They're both Disney characters. they,
They both deserve to be gone.
yep. Yeah, Solon says that in the new arc, the Thousand Year Blood War, the main villain is frustrating because at first he seemed to be really strong, so the heroes can't overcome him. But it turns out that the villain's power is actually bullshit plot armor against everything thrown at him. Yeah, as with the with everything leading up to the Aizen fight, I was like, okay, these powers are starting to get ridiculous. Like there's that one guy who like turns into like a Death King, like a Grim Reaper King looking thing. It's just like, okay, you just like the powers that you're giving them are just like you can't defeat them. Just power trumping is just the ultimate. Like it's terrible. It's like let character just it's actually more fun to have a character who's like not powerful but really skilled.
Hmm. Yeah.
Ooh, says I have Soul Resurrection French title. Oh no, on the PS3, and it's a really cool Musu Dynasty Warrior style game with cell shaded graphics and fights from the show. Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. I might have to look into that. Well,
The
I don't have
game.
a yeah, I don't have Soul Resurrection.
Hmm.
I'm guessing that's based on the Bleach series, and imagining a Dynasty Warrior style game and the Bleach setting does sound pretty cool.
It does.
Yeah, Dynasty Warriors was one of my favorite games growing up.
Dave earlier was coming here telling me he's geeking out over the new game that's coming out, Dune something about Dune.
Oh, yeah, like where you're like in medieval times fighting the demons. That looks pretty cool.
It's like Dune something. I forgot what it's the name. What's the name of it?
I think it's like Doom: The Dark Ages.
Not Dune. Dune. I think.
Oh, Dune. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I've seen stuff about that. That does look pretty decent.
Dune Awakening. There you go.
Okay.
I think that's it. Like he's actually for the first time he's considering buying the pre purchase so he can play the early fucking thing.
Yeah.
From what I gathered, it seems to be like that Conan game, but Dune.
Yeah.
So it's like a sandbox type of thing. Oh, and Monday on Facebook, maybe on her channel too. I'll be joining my good old friend Margine. Remember
Nice.
Margine?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be doing a show called Into the Movieverse.
Okay.
She reached out to me. We're gonna be catching up, and I'm gonna do a little promo stream for my show and for my book on your channel.
Nice.
And I don't know, maybe we'll be finally doing that show,
Yeah.
which I think would be fucking sweet.
Yep.
I put a lot of work on that intro. Remember
Yeah.
those little animations?
Yep.
Okay, Beacon, but it turns out that the villain power is actually bullshit. Plot armor against everything thrown at him. I have Soul Resurrection. Okay, you already read that one.
Yep. Bleach characters might be sort of fun to draw.
Maybe one day we'll do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I don't have a problem with it. We're open for suggestions, people. Leave messages in the chat or in the in the comments down below if you watch it after. We like to have suggestions. We like to have fun.
Yep.
Like I remember doing a Darkwing Duck a while back because I used to do the Doodle and Chill morning cartoon edition on Saturday morning.
Mhm.
If you remember, which is a theme I was thinking of doing once in a while here. Saturday morning cartoon, just pick one.
Yeah.
But instead, I just went like, you know what? Let's just do Doodle and Chill. We can do Doodle and Chill any fucking time we want. Could be about like a main IP. Could be about having a guest and promoting their campaign. Could be about working on our own thing. Doodle and Chill covers it all.
Okay. Soul Ion says on PS4, PS5, Xbox Series S/X, and PC Bleach Rebirth of Souls released on released this year on the 21st of March.
Is it on
Haven't
Steam too?
and that's what I'm going to look up. If so, I might see if I might put it on my wish list and wait for it to go on sale. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of good things about the Oblivion reboot.
Yep.
The only bad thing I've heard about it is the
The
body
price?
type. The body type. Well, the price is not bad for a new game. I mean, it's technically a revamp of an old game, but
That's what I'm saying. For a remastered? I don't know.
yeah,
That's what I was hearing, but yeah. I know
okay,
Dave and that wants it.
yeah.
I think I'm making that piece here way too big. Mhm.
One thing I wish they had changed with the reboot was the voices. Oblivion's voices, I never liked them at all. Everyone sounds like they're at least 40, which like you kind of want like a little bit of like it. The voices made it feel like you were fighting in a retirement community. Just like
That bad?
yeah, everyone sounded old. Like no one really had. They sounded old and like they had no like there weren't any voices that sound like they would really be fighters or anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I half figured I could give them some applesauce and calm them down. To get out of the fights and all that. And there were a lot of cool gameplay things with that, like the Mask of the Gray Fox, which is like you could like put this mask on, go do whatever crimes you wanted to, take it off, and then everyone would think you were a completely different person. So it gave you a chance to be like almost like a superhero. Or villain, actually. Or villain.
Darkwing Duck. Not gonna sing too much. I'm gonna get a strike on YouTube. Like I need to find "Let's Get Dangerous" very short. Let's do it again because we can get away with it.
Let's get dangerous.
The other ones are too long. Like I am the pin that reside in your shoe. I am the dust bug that rests in your corner of the eye that you can reach. I am Darkwing Duck. Like those fucking intros. It was so fucking cool.
I remember the old show Tiny Toon Adventures, and there was an episode where it was like the duck character as the baby, He's like, there's all these people trying to these criminals trying to kidnap him. He's like, oh, they go down the hole.
So let me go back to chat. So you guys watching, do you have any suggestion on what we could draw? Like, did you like us to see, like, doing the show? Like another one that I was thinking of doing was like, let's do the Image comics. All the first, like Youngblood, Savage Dragon, Spawn. Thought that was gonna be the next thing, but then yesterday I'm like, Darkwing Duck. Let's do Darkwing Duck first. And like I said, I thought that Alex would have been happy to draw Darkwing Duck because we made them watch all of them.
Yeah.
I've always had like they're damaged now because I let the kids take them. I used to have the entire DVD collection.
Yeah.
And people watching, May 1st is my birthday.
Nice.
I'm going to be turning 48. Alex's birthday is on the 19th. And guess how old she's going to be? No, I'm turning 49, not 48. And Alex is turning 19 on the 19th.
Nice.
I think the head's too big for their hat. Let's try and fix this quickly. The pleasures of working digital.
Yeah. There we go. Got him flatted.
Big Boo Up want to fight about it? uh, there you go. Okay. Let's good, you guys. Captain Planet. Oh, that would be a good one.
Yeah. I think I already have an idea for a drawing.
Dude. So it's like Doodle and Chill Bleach featuring try not to draw Ori Jaime or Renji Q challenge.
Yeah.
It's on Steam. Okay, cool. Look good, guys. Yeah, Captain Planet. We'll keep that in mind. Christopher, that's a good idea.
Yeah. Captain
Christopher,
Planet.
Red
Captain
Claw
Planet was a
Arachnus. What's Arachnus? Arachnus sounds familiar. I don't know why. Oh, it's Arachnus from Christopher. Oh, wasn't that the big guy in Savage Dragon? The big the big spider guy that lived in the sewer. Is that it? Yeah, it was a big Cyberforce thing. Like they definitely were doing Cyberforce. Youngblood were going to be doing it. Savage Dragon. I'm also a big Spawn fan. I'm trying to remind myself, don't fall into inking too much on this fucking thing.
Yeah. Not too detailed of character.
Yeah. I get carried away sometimes. Like the same thing with freaking Hellzone. Like I'm trying to apply what I've learned before, which is finish not perfect, right? I've been talking about this for a freaking long time, right?
Yeah.
But because with Hellzone,
Not sure if you're freezing up or I am, but one of us is freezing up.
okay, so one of us was freezing up. Okay, so
Yep.
please tell us in the chat which one was freezing up. Do I need to repeat what I was saying? Anyways, I'll repeat it anyways. So the finish not perfect thing. So
Yeah.
it's been shelved for a little while. That freaking story. So there's a whole bunch of like 42 pages that I'm looking at it. Sometimes I'm like, I could probably do them better and do this and do that. And some of the other pages that were done because the challenge was to get the challenge on Hellzone was to try that one page a day
Yeah.
approach. So every page in there have been technically drawn, except they're technically drawn and inked in one day.
Nice.
There's like an exception, one or two exceptions there. I think like the page I showed you before took me a little bit longer,
Yeah.
not that much, because I wanted to pack a little bit more stuff. Eddie looks different. That's a new beard. Hey, what's up, some person?
Yeah.
That's Beacon.
Yeah.
He's always been here. Eddie looks different. So saying Oriami and Jericho are the prominent tipsy and big-chested girls on the bleach. So okay, I might have to draw them.
Yeah.
Let's have some person. So it's like some person. It's Beacon, you bigot. He's trying to like ginger side you
Yeah.
into
Won't be
Hmm?
won't be replaced by a Hispanic girl.
No matter how much he likes her, not happening. Wish she would have been here though. I'm telling you, that would have totally be up her fucking skill tree. Because she knows it when it's cartoons, that it's totally her thing.
I recently got the Vatican City book that Narwhal worked on.
Oh yeah.
Pretty good. Pretty interesting idea. Yeah, sort of gives a little bit of a issue one sort of you get sort of start to understand why the vampires want to get into the Vatican City really bad. I won't spoil it because you should definitely go grab it. You know, Narwhal's a pretty good dude. He was one of the he's basically the reason I made most of the connections I did because he used to have me on the show all the time. So yeah, definitely go check that out.
He's the one that we did the that thing with.
Yeah, the 24-hour comic jam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which we both nailed.
Yep. We were the only two to finish.
Yeah, I have to admit, dude, he's pretty fucking lucky to have gotten that deal with fucking Mister.
Yeah, I was like that. That's awesome.
Yup. Yeah, bit envious on that one, to be quite honest.
Yeah,
Like, especially, I've been a fan of fucking Miller for a long time. I got hooked like before, like he went to do his own stuff. Like I really like his comics that he did on Marvel and stuff.
yeah.
But Wanted was my jam. I freaking love Wanted.
Oh, yeah.
Movie is not as good as the comic book, but the goddamn book was good. Nemesis, totally my bag. I don't know if you've read Nemesis, but goddamn, that's good. Story of a bad guy.
Yeah.
So let's go. Speaking of Ginger Side, I would laugh my ass off if you'd start one show with Hex sitting in Beacon Spot.
That would make
I might have to
it.
invite him just to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that'd be great.
And I do the introduction and Beacon and put him there. Sup? Today I find it hard to decide whose piece is better. You're both doing a great job. Thank you, so.
Thank you.
And he's saying, yeah, Narwhal is very supportive to creative folks. Seems to be a legit good dude.
Yeah. And I got a T-shirt from another comic creator. Goes by the name Salty Draws. He's actually, yeah, okay. During the promotional stuff for the first Deadpool movie, when they
Hmm?
had, or no, it was for the second Deadpool movie, the Bob Ross Deadpool. He's the guy who wrote who wrote that whole promo. But and he's got a book out called Silence Do Good. But he has a T-shirt that I thought was pretty funny, and I bought one. It says, "Stop making stupid people famous."
Yeah, I've seen that fucking saying.
Yeah, it's like so he's got it on a T-shirt. I bought it. Really comfortable shirt. But yeah, it's pretty good, dude. One day I was on the
What's his name?
uh, his YouTube name is Salty Draws.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He's got the book Silence Do Good. It's basically like time traveling Ben Franklin. So yeah,
And another thing that's funny that Soul might not be happy to hear, but
but
it's one of the funny thing. The color scheme of Vincent comes from Darkwing Duck. That was the inspiration come from there.
nice.
I always like that purple look. And I don't know if you can hear it, but that's not in the back playing Rivals. What else? Today I found it. I don't know. Yeah, Narwhal on YouTube. Yep.
Yeah, there was one time when I was on the Discord for Timcast, and I was on there talking with Salty Draws, and there's like, yeah, I was like, he was talking about logo design because he designed the logos for the Arkham games or for
Okay.
some of the Arkham games. I was like, oh hey, so what do you think about my logo? And he's giving me pointers on the Seven Legions logo. All good advice. Because he knows what he's talking about. And some guy comes in there, he's like, "Oh no, you shouldn't listen to him. Your logo's good as it is." It's like, okay, muting this guy so I can hear what he's trying to say. It's like, you know, I get when like non-artists are like, "Oh man, you're just being mean." It's like, no, critique helps us grow.
Yep.
It is miracle grow for artists. Give me all the critiques. Just don't tell me my stuff looks like shit or I'll cry.
So okay, so we have a mixture of Vash the Stampede from Trigon, Darkwing Duck, and the Gay Vampire Knight manga. Gay Vampire Knight manga. I don't know about Vash the Stampede on him, other than I did the tribute of on the cover. But yeah, okay. I could understand maybe if you said like Vash the Stampede, maybe more fit that, but okay. Whatever it inspires you, I guess.
Yeah.
But that cover was definitely a wink at Trigon a bit. Not purposely, to be quite honest. I just thought the pose was fun, it was cool, and I'm like, that kind of looks like the fucking Vash the Stampede pose. More of a coincidence, that one.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, it is Turkey Robot Comics. That's Salty's label for his comic stuff. Yeah, he does. I think he does a Wednesday show that's pretty good, like Wednesday nights.
Tonight, I'm working a bit later today, but might be there's no late night, parties.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
Maybe we could do another stream tonight. They're working on their shit.
Yeah.
Like I should be home around 10:30, so maybe at 11 or something. We'll see.
Okay. Yeah, I can definitely tell that Darkwing Duck was inspired by Spirit.
By the spirit?
Yeah.
I always thought it was more of a Batman.
I mean, Batman was inspired by the Spirit as well, so.
Mm-hmm. Was it inspired by the spirit, or you mean the shadow?
Or, whatever one had the trench coat and red scarf.
The shadow.
Okay, Shadow. And it was played by Alec Baldwin in the movie.
Yep. Which was also a great movie.
Yeah. Even if the lead actor killed someone later on.
Hmm. Hmm.
Alright. I am nearly done with this. Just gotta cell shade the legs and then I'm done.
Hmm. I hate it when you press on the wrong button
Mhm.
and the tablet it just closes the app.
Ooh,
That brings into more like puts it like like your phone. It's there, but you have to go click back on it.
yeah. Oh, there he is. Done.
There you go.
Yeah.
At least Alex is not here to try and whip our asses. I'm about done too soon, so for somebody that started way later than he did, I'm doing pretty good.
Probably like 5 minutes.
More than that, but okay, I'll give it to you. Not the win, because And no, people, it's not a competition. We're just like to banter a bit, makes it fun.
Yep. All right. Now back to my pages. This page is nearly done. Here he just finished telling a horror story to a bunch of kids, and she's like, "How dare you tell those kids that horrifying story? They're gonna have nightmares." Like, yeah, at least they're gonna stay out of trouble. Think about it. They're not gonna go. They're not gonna go. They're not gonna go too far off. Let's see.
So saying Beacon is very efficient. Just one more shading, and then I'm done. I'm not gonna draw no more.
Yeah.
Christopher says artwork looks amazing. So saying, yeah, no amateurs in here. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, there was another page that I recently that's completely done as of today. Load that as soon as this loads.
And so, if you missed it, I'm gonna show you the page that I showed earlier on of Hellzone that I was working on. Like I said, I only have 2 pages left to color, and the book's done. All I have to do after that is work on them dialogues, finish the lettering placement, and then Dave's gonna go and do the innovatipities. Finish it off. Right now he's in finals. He's studying to be an engineer.
Nice.
Yeah. Hopefully the Kickstarter will get funded as well. I tried it again, and one of the reasons why I'm there is because with some shit that's been happening on all platforms, to be quite honest, all platforms except maybe Fund My Comics so far. I don't know. There's been some issues, and Tucci convinced me to try a Kickstarter last time again, and Nightmares did pretty well. Like for something that I put there and didn't have that much promo. So I decided to try it again. But I'm also doing what I was saying before. I'm slowly thinking of starting to build our own crowdfunding on Inkslayer.
Nice.
Did you fulfill that purchase, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. I did run a little. I did. You're talking about the one from when I was.
Yeah, yeah. But right, that I sent to you the day that you got your electricity back.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Or the day before I got my electricity back. Because I had nearly forgotten to send. I was like, oh shit, yeah. So I was like, okay, I'll include. I gave put in a poster set as a sorry I was a little late, but yeah, it's sent. Should be to his
Because
house now.
the advantage right now with all of this is the fact that all we have to do is pay that freaking website, which I pay like the full year,
Yeah,
and then after that, the crowdfunding is pretty much free for us.
yeah, yeah. Here's a page that I finished today. Sort of, he's walking away talking to her still, and then he hears this guy calling out to him. This guy's kind of this guy kind of he took care of him when Hiko was just a little kid before Hiko got adopted. He's sort of like almost like Hiko's grandpa.
Mm.
But yeah, my direction with him was kind of like a Uncle Iroh type person. You got that little bit of a look to him.
Hmm. And people in the chat and people watching later, please leave us a comment. Like, I have a question. Like, would you prefer that we keep doing Indiegogo only, or that we do Indiegogo Kickstarter, like use all the platforms, or would you actually prefer to have us do it directly on our website on Shopify?
Yeah,
And by the way, if anybody wanted to, I know I don't do a lot of original art, but there's a nice original piece on the Kickstarter. Like you get one of those. How can I say this? Because it's not fully nude, even though she is nude. You just see the boobs there. So hashtag free them titties cover. Even my girl Anna, when she saw it, she's like, "Oh, she looks nice." 'Cause, yeah, I gave her Hannah's name. Okay. I'm all for it. Already got a nat mouse pad and print glass from the Inkslayer store. Worked nicely even for me as an international buyer. Yeah, thank
nice.
you. Yeah, I was happy to see that everything went well. Hope that Donald's tariff won't be an hassle in the future. It is a bit now for certain things because right now it's really, really fucking
Yeah,
hurting my the currency exchange right now.
yeah,
It used to be like between 84 to 86 cents on a dollar or something like that.
yeah,
And since the tariff, it went down to like all the way down to like 70 cents on a dollar or something. Now it's going back up a bit. It's dwindling like up and down between 72 and 74. I just hope this shit fucking gets resolved pretty soon, to be quite honest.
yep. I know a lot of countries are coming forward and like, oh yeah, you don't like when we screw you over.
Mhm.
Like I know as soon as the tariff thing started, a lot of countries were like, oh right, yeah, maybe we shouldn't be screwing you guys over. Yeah, we'll make a deal. So hopefully Canada starts making deals soon.
Yeah, but that tariff thing,
Yeah, it is a bit of a pain in the ass right now, but
it's a big pain in the ass, but it's also like I understand certain part of it. but he's not only hurting the people, the other countries. He's killing a whole bunch of your businesses.
Yeah, but I know a lot of a lot of manufacturers starting to come back over here. So I mean, it's one of those things that's like it hurts, but it's one of those things that had to happen. Because I know there were a lot of countries that tariffed us really hard, and then it's like as soon as we say, okay, we're gonna do it too, it's like no, 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 don't do that.
Well, the tariff doesn't affect. Not going to say that much. Me and other countries. It's mainly like Canada, U.S., and are worth money, shipping wise and everything. Like even their shipping wise, because from what I know, the tariff do not affect books and shit.
Okay.
Like so far, it seems to be the same price. Me sending you some books. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And one of the thing I was thinking is like, you know, right now I can print you books cheap and
Yeah.
send them to some of you guys. Because there is a reason why a lot of people print in Canada.
Yeah. They got some pretty cheap lumber, and that lumber makes paper.
Yep. So that's the thing is if I get that nice little discount there for
Yeah.
shipping and it sticks, I could I can offer some to print other people's book
Yeah.
and be way more and way better than you guys dealing with Mixum too.
Oh yeah. And hopefully we get some paper mills as hopefully paper manufacturing and lumber gathering starts happening over here. Hopefully that starts happening over here.
To be quite honest, one of the things I hate the most about all this shit, it feels like going back to when I was a fucking kid, where you guys couldn't get our product and we couldn't get your product.
Yeah.
Like I keep saying it, like ever since 9/11, we used to have a really great relationship.
Yeah.
Free export, everything was like just cross the fucking border, no fucking issue. And ever since this shit,
Yep.
I think we need us to go back to that fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the things I hate about Discord is when you get those random alerts and you go to check Discord to see which one it is. It's like I can't find. I can't find where that alert was.
uh, so sign up to Bloodhunt 2. Yeah, please do. As soon as I'm done fulfilling this, it's gonna go live. As someone that got PS2 games and were banned in Germany from England years ago, I was very disappointed with how Brexit soured my business relation with that country. Can't have that with the US exactly. That's exactly it. And right now, I don't like how how most people are dealing with this shit. I don't like the how people are trying to turn that into a witch hunt in a way. Like I don't like to get political, as people know me here. I'm not here to get political, but I do have my point of view, and I try to me. I believe in freedom.
Yeah.
I'm a centrist and borderline libertarian, but I'm not a libertarian because I think that they're too chaotic.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's why I always consider myself more of a centrist, and people that oh, it's centrist because you're a fence sitter. No, it's because I know that takes more than one type of people to make a world run a world. Like an engineer needs an architect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm more about the idea than a fucking team. I don't give a fuck about the blue team, the red team. It's the idea and the thing that are gonna be pushed. That's the thing. I'm one of those weird guys that I just want everybody to get the fuck along.
Yeah.
I like my friends from the U.S. I like my friends from Germany. I like my friends from everywhere around the fucking world, and I want everybody to be able to thrive and succeed.
Yeah.
There's my quick little Darkwing duck in color.
Nice.
Very quick colors, but
Yeah.
this Nat seems to be having fun in the back. Can you guys hear him?
Yep.
Well, not that much. I'm curious here. Uh, quick research. Should I do the revamp version, a quick sketch of the revamp version, or the original version of Gizmo Duck?
Yeah, so Lion says, Beacon is like, yeah, I drew Darkwing Duck. See, now let me get back to my story.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Mm. One of the tricks of like drawing that I've learned from animation, and it pays off for a lot of stuff. It's the beanbag. It's
Yeah.
like a bag that like when you want to do people, it's technically that shape. But the cartoon version, it's technically like half and half type of thing. So it's the idea of having two balls in one bag type of thing. So it's for the torso and the bottom, and you can easily do a lot of stuff like this. Like right now, as you can see.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're a guy, you know all about two balls in one bag.
Yep. This is one of the first rules of drawing from imagination. You know what? I'm gonna do my own little version. I'm gonna try and base it on the original. I'm gonna make little tweaks in there just for the hell of it. Just doing a quick sketch because I really like Gizmo Duck too, and I thought it was great when they teamed them up. Remember when they did like they were like a superhero team for a while?
Yeah.
By the way, people cross your fucking fingers because right now we're in election day, so that's also something that's
Ooh.
playing on us too here.
Yeah.
Like it's weird. Like we hit the lowest low with fucking eventually with fucking Trudeau. Hopefully everything's gonna get resolved now. I don't know. So Canadian people, go vote. I'm not telling you who to vote for. You go vote. The only thing I know is we can't go through the same fucking thing again.
Yeah. Don't
And you may not agree with me. You might be a liberal. I still love you guys. I don't give a fuck.
don't vote for carnies. They have small hands and they smell like cabbage.
Yeah, I don't care about people's politics. I just think that the entire thing of housing and food has been fucking crazy lately. And
Yeah.
the fact that right now, feeding my family costs me like three times what it used to, like not too long ago. So it's kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. I started looking into ways to grow my own food and all that, and I read that apparently dandelions are perfectly edible and healthy.
Oh yeah,
So I'll give it a shot. See how I like it. Apparently the leaves on dandelions, like the big old leaves at the base,
mm-hmm.
apparently they taste a lot like arugula, which I'm fine with.
Sure.
And apparently the flowers are actually pretty good, and you can make tea out of them.
That I did hear about it.
Yeah, and the roots you can roast them and make a caffeine-free coffee alternative, which I'll try that out. Because I do miss coffee. I got off coffee a few years back, but if I can find an alternative that doesn't mess with me, then I'll be good.
What does it do to mess with you?
No, just the caffeine messes with me.
What does it do?
No, just
I don't. That's why I'm asking.
it's
Is it hurting your bowels?
stuff like that. Yeah,
Not letting you sleep? I don't know.
right. It was more like what it could do because I had a roommate at the time who he nearly had a heart attack.
When you said it, I'm pretty sure that's the answer. Like, guys know about two balls in a bag. It goes better than two girls in one cup.
Yeah,
Yep. In Germany, we have a housing problem too. Rent is through the roof, really expensive. And banks, corporation, and rich guys buy apartments and leave them empty because that makes sense. Yeah, they're doing the same thing here. It's
Yep.
hurting it's trying to hurt the market. So it's a fake inflation. It's fucked up.
it's almost like there's a coordinated effort on the global scale.
They've been pushing the liberals here. Have been pushing for the 15-minute city. If that rings a bell or sounds familiar,
Yep,
which is the WEF thing.
yep. One thing I'll point out to get a little bit political. It's funny how once people started to really catch on with the WEF stuff, there was all of a sudden a rise in people who were blaming Jewish people for everything, and and then and then people stopped talking about the WEF as much.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of makes you think there for a minute. But whenever I point that out, a lot of people are like, "Well, most of the people involved in it are Jews. Which ones? Bill Gates? No, Bill Gates isn't Jewish. Klaus Schwab? Nope.
Yeah, Klaus Schwab was no.
No,
I'm
Klaus
not sure.
Schwab. No, Klaus Schwab's dad was a Nazi collaborator.
Yeah, but wasn't he like a Jewish Nazi?
No, you're thinking
Like
George
fucking
Soros.
Soros, yeah.
Yeah, you're thinking George Soros. George Soros is Jewish, but he's like,
But he
you know,
sold out. He sold out people during the Second
yep,
World War.
he sold out his fellow Jewish people to the Nazis so you could get money.
And for people in the chat, he's saying that because he likes to fight anti-Semitism on the.
Yeah, I like to fight. I like to fight those people. The most fun people to fight online are. Oh, I can't say this word because we're also streaming to YouTube, but
Yeah.
the artards. I like fighting artards. Communists. Yeah, wokies. Right wing wokies. Hey, Scotsman in the chat.
Hey, what's up?
Yo. But yeah, all that sort of that coincidence got me really thinking. It's a psyop.
No.
The anti-Jewish people are a psyop.
At this point, I think a lot of the fucking activism or extremists or psyops. They're just trying to provoke people. They're accusing people of a whole bunch of fucking stupid shit.
Yeah.
Dehumanizing this. It's insane. Like I said before, I love everybody. I just want everybody to get along. We need a bit of everyone and every type to make a fucking world go around.
Yeah, it's funny.
But
'Cause,
as soon as you start dehumanizing, demonizing people, it's where things goes wrong.
yeah, it's funny because they're like all the right wing wokies are. It's like I thought you were opposed to the anti-white crowd. It's like I am. That doesn't mean I'm going to be I'm gonna be on the side of hating every other race. It's like I didn't hate. I didn't. Well, I mean, aside from the fact that I am white and I hate when people are opposed hate me because I'm white, that doesn't mean I'm gonna hate everyone else.
Exactly.
I need to find that shirt. So Lion says a German meme lord has a T-shirt that says "We deserve better psyops." Yeah, I want it. That does remind me. I started a T-shirt store long before the Inkslayer thing started.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the T-shirts on there, it's a anti-communist T-shirt that says, "Remember, it's only true socialism until they find the mass graves." And it's got a picture of Che Guevara, tapping his head. So yeah, that one I still get emails notifying me that someone bought either a sticker or a T-shirt. It's on a Redbubble.
Yeah, I still have a red bubble for the morning rose. I never fucking check it.
Yeah, that's the thing about those T-shirt stores. You don't have to check them. You don't have to do anything with them. You just gotta collect the money.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, one thing I do to make sure I do all the shading on all the characters on a page is do a green layer over everything, and once I finish shading a section, add it to the green layer so I know it's done. I'm going to shade his eyes.
Hey Beacon.
Yeah,
Hey Beacon.
yeah,
Check this out.
nice.
Quick little Gizmo Duck redesign, you could say.
Yeah,
It's one of my favorite things to do. I, one of the things I used to do sometimes is I used to get hired by people to do some concept art doodles, like subcontracting or something like that for people that work in the industry.
yeah,
And it's one of my favorite things to do. And I think I'm pretty good at it, doing concept art, especially character designs.
yeah,
And part of me kind of wish I'd be making a bit more money with it and being able to do comic books at the same time. But it's one of the things that when you start doing that shit, you can't do anything else.
yeah.
You're not allowed to work on your own stuff. Everything you draw are technically owned by the company you work for,
Mhm.
unless you're a subcontractor. And that the other day was telling me that one of his dreams is to make video games. So I'm like, well, dude, go right ahead, go study. I mean, I'd freaking be honored to do art for your freaking thing.
Yeah,
Like I would, and I'm sure there's a lot of people I know that would like to get in and help you out in your fucking game.
yep,
Yeah. So we'll be starting a new trend. The new campaign is a good example of it. So now we're probably going to be offering keychains with our campaigns. Dude,
Yeah,
I don't know why I haven't thought about that one before, dude.
yeah.
'Cause they don't
I
have
think
to
that
be
one thing.
big. They don't have to be big, and they can fit in your box. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think the thing I'd like to do is. Ooh, I got a couple ideas for what we could do as a keychain for Seven Legions.
Mm-hmm.
Could do a 3D model of the big old ship, the galleon from Seven Legions,
Mm-hmm.
or the sword that the soldiers in the Seven Legions carry.
Mm-hmm. You can also make coins, like those type of little coins there with your logo.
Yeah, yeah,
So stuff I can do for pretty cheap, since
yep,
I do everything, and because I was starting to do like my toy company and stuff like that, and I'm like, God damn.
yeah,
So it would cost a lot of money to either hire people to color, figurines, because I wanted to do action figures when I was checking into it.
yeah,
Dude, there's a whole bunch of people that were doing action figures and stuff like that that canceled their business, canceled their campaigns and shit like that because there was a campaign going on because they were dealing with China.
yeah. Don't trust China. China's asso.
Same as like this one time at Eidos Montreal. Oh, dude. Christopher, awesome Gizmo Duck hardware. Thank you, dude. Yeah, Eidos Montreal. There was Eidos, a bit of Ubisoft too, but Eidos, yeah. You can at least give me a little bit of creds on that one. That one's the one that kind of like hurt a bit, to be quite honest. Eidos, you know, you're trying to get your foot in. You go for the interview. They take your shit. They go, yeah, okay. Learn to do digital art because that was only traditional back then. Yes,
Yeah,
that is a thing. Okay, fine. So I went back to like college, learned, did a few things. I'm like, I'm going to specialize in and learn 3D and everything. To find out, like, you go and visit the fucking business. I'm like, yeah, and then they have your art everywhere. You're like, God damn. I have a lot of friends that work at Ados. Or they work at a company that deal with Ados.
yeah,
And by the way, because I tried to do my own little take on Gizmo Duck, like trying to respect like the original design, but trying to apply the "what if I drew him" type of thing. And Tank Ferret was telling me the other day that on the stream they were showing that they were showing off one of the concept art I did for a comic book that's still not out though, called The Saint, something like that. The superhero chick. I was pretty happy with the design. Yeah. Oh, there you go. Not even 2 hours. The two nice little drawing. Just to give you an example too, that just to go back, like let's just say, like right now, like I was checking that earlier, like what used to be like 20 US used to be 25 Canadian. Now it's 27 something. So another example is like $500. Now it's like 360 instead of 400, between 4 to 420. Like I really want this shit to be resolved.
Yeah.
Somebody's like, this one is okay, yeah. Somebody's saying for later. Ex Hasbro employees and toy creator Bobby Valla gives some insight in the toy creating process in the YouTube. Oh, that would be interesting. And that's another thing dude, I almost worked at Hasbro. I passed all the 2, 3 of the job there for designs, and then it was also like twice. Technically, it was for concept art, and then after that, it was for packaging. And I was in the final and shit like that, and I ended up not getting the job because of what they call DEI or whatever. Hey, I forgot we can do this now. Hey, dude, check this out. We couldn't do this before.
Okay. Cool.
Oh, that's new. Oh yeah, thanks. Gizmo Duck. No, let's get rid of this. Here's the first cool little sketch I did. And let's group the colors. Boom, do this. So I can do this. Boom, the black and white. Colored. And then Gizmo Duck.
A Darkwing without colors. And there you go. Colors.
And the reason why I keep forgetting to upload them to freaking X because I do them on my tablet here, right? And I can just copy paste it and like I used to with the other when I used to work on my big thing there, my big screen. Because I'd rather draw on my tablet now. So yeah, we pretty much hit the end of the stream. 2 hours on the dot, minus 10 seconds. Uh, sorry. And there you go. For those who missed this is what I'm working on right now. I'm working on on the colors on the last 2 pages of Hellzone. I don't mind sharing this because it's not that much of a spoiler. It's just where, you know, she talks and remembers about her parents to a military veteran in a way. Her mom is a space captain, and her dad is, you know, infantry special team, like a big SWAT, like
Yeah.
special strike force team. And then I don't need to tell you what happened here.
Yep.
Something happened to the mom, and the dad got obsessed trying to figure out what happened until she joined the academy and he left to search. Just a little thing that happened. It's like they just disappeared. The entire crew just disappeared. He gets obsessed and starts checking into supernatural and all type of stuff. Her dad looked like a space sheriff. Yeah, it's a bit the idea behind it. Part of the Space Force. Pretty happy how the colors are coming out here. No, I still have to render those, but waiting for Alex to send me the flats of the last one, and boom. Also, a bit like Keanu Reeves. Yeah, yeah, you could say that. Because of the long hair and the goatee, I guess, the beard. But if you look at it here, like I really did the, eyes of her mom, hair of her dad. That's Hannah. And she's a little bit of a tomboyish. I wanted you to look at her and you know that she likes manga, anime, and all that. Oh, she's a girly girl, but has some, she likes boy stuff a bit. You know what I mean? Like, she's a geek. And I think that works, right? Am I right? When you look at her like this?
Yeah.
Like, I didn't want her to be a tomboy, but just, kind of level little girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I'm pretty happy how this is coming out. Like, one of her, her parents were badass. That's the entire goal there. And one of the thing is that the mother and her crew disappeared from the ship. Nobody knows what happened. So he gets obsessed. Now imagine like the inspiration of this kind of to me came from like the Bermuda Triangle.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that he's checking into. Anyways, you still have time to go grab some Hellzone on Indiegogo and Kickstarter.
Yeah. Soul says the dad looks a bit like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah. Kind of does. I kind of had maybe like a Cavill type in my head with the long hair and shit. But I don't know. Yeah, wrong. You know,
Yeah.
kind of looks more like a beefed up Keanu Reeves. But like I said before, one of the thing in the design of Hannah and Hellzone was a bit of a wink and an homage to Julie Strain, which was like the cover model #1 of fucking heavy metal, the wife of fucking Kevin Eastman for a while. And she was the voice actors and the model of Fact 2, the second movie of heavy metal. She had an incident like a while back, and she had degenerative disease in her brain, which was like, making her forget most of her life. Backwards, yeah. And she passed away. So I wanted to kind of like give her a little wink in there. And, while I was drawing her, she kind of reminded me of Hannah. You've seen Hannah. So I'm kind of like, she kind of looks like you, so I'm going to give her your name. And she was all fucking excited. I'm like, okay, so it's Hannah. Like, she when she saw it, she goes, her dad like kind of looks like you a bit. Well, it was not the purpose. It kind of works. Okay. Whoa, daughter is gotta leave. Not excellent, but I'm back. What?
No, yeah. Basically Keanu Reeves thing.
Oh.
Not excellent.
And one of the thing is the second page is, like I said, there's not that much spoiler in a way. It's a 2-page insert in what you already seen in the Global Comics there. So technically, you get to know a bit more about her parents and how she got the tattoo. So her dad went into a little journey while she was in the Space Force trying to figure out what happened to his mom, and he came back and he found a group of people that kind of like that link to the monk priest type of thing, and he gave her that tattoo. That's supposedly like glyphs that will protect her against evil spirits and shit. So that's where she got the tattoo. Dad Zerker. You gotta read that in Keanu Reeves, Keanu's Bill and Ted voice. Yeah, I got it. I got it when Beacon explained it. I was like, what? But I didn't see the sequel neither, so does it have to do with the new sequel? I'm not sure, but I did that Zerker joke. Oh, yeah. So, people, it was fun. We'll see you next weekend.
Yep.
And don't forget to go back Hellzone and go check out the InkSlayerEntertainment.com website. Sign up to the mailing list will help us a lot, especially to get our message and our promo to you. And, you also get 15% off on certain books. So, go join.
Yep.
So I'm going to leave you right now with the newest trailer of Hellzone, but the tweaked up version with, more color page. So, have a good night. Good night. I'm so used to doing this at night. Have a good rest of the day. And we'll see you all later. Goodbye.
See you.
A mysterious ship, a distress signal, a salvage team, demons. Welcome to Hell Zone.
From deep space we journey on the chilling cold. A signal breaks the silence of fading strolls. Scarlet morning lights flashing cast a form of spell. The derelict floats wildly in a million